Welcome to the Uzziah Show. I am your host, Uzziah, your success strategist. And if you have any questions about your business, career, or finances, then this is the show for you. Welcome. I'm excited because tonight we're going to talk about 5 signs you're going to succeed in 2022. When you walk away from tonight's broadcast, you're going to know exactly if you're on the right path to success for the year to come. So please make sure that you smash that like button so that way we can keep this broadcast going. Guys, if this is your very first time watching this channel, welcome. My name is Uzziah. I'm a professional business consultant, and my job is to help you get out of debt so you can start your own business. And this is the episode where I'm giving y'all something new. As Ariel said, ooh, it's a new look. Guys, we got a new look going over here. What y'all think? Leave me a comment. Let me know if y'all like this color. Let me know if you like this backdrop. I always promised you, as long as you support this channel, the channel is going to pour into you. So we're trying to make things bigger and better and provide a better experience for the year to come. Now, for those of you guys that want to know about what tonight's broadcast is all about, make sure that you stay on to the very end, because I'm going to be giving out some special bonuses for you guys staying on this broadcast. Okay, let's go ahead and hop into it. If you want to see this channel on air, please make sure that you donate. All you need to do is tap the dollar icon directly below the live chat box, and any donation will go a very long way. What are the 5 signs that you're going to succeed in 2022 specifically? Well, the first thing that you need to make sure that you have is all of your goals mapped out over the next 12 months. If you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. The reason why so many people never have productive years is because they never take the time to plan it out. You don't go on a road trip without a GPS, do you? If you're going to a destination that you've never been, you need to chart the way. You need to set goals. You need to identify what you're going to do on a monthly basis. You need to have quarterly goals, monthly goals, weekly and daily goals to follow. Guys, this year is all about you becoming the best version of yourself, reaching the goals that you never thought possible. But how will you ever accomplish that if you don't have goals in place? This is the reason why I always tell you guys about my premier program, Your Breakthrough Year. One of the very first things that we go deep into in that program is identifying your life over the next 12 months, identifying your financial goals, your business goals, what goals you want in your social life. All of this stuff matters. So make sure that you take the time to plan this out. Otherwise, you're going to get pushed and pulled in a billion directions. Number 2, you'll know that you're on the right path in 2022 when you start investing in the latest trends. Guys, the essence of success in business is to give the market what they want. And how will you ever know that you're doing that if you're not staying tuned to the latest trends? Look at all of the different platforms that are popping up. You've got metaverse, you've got TikTok, you've got crypto, you've got all of these new possibilities that's waiting for you. But if you're still stuck in the past and still thinking that the things that you did from 20 years ago is still going to work, there's no way that you're really going to be successful. If you're going to make the shift in 2022, then you really need to learn what these new platforms are all about. You can either get with the times or you can get left behind. Shout out to Avia. So happy to see you on. Let's give a big shout out to Avia. We're still getting things worked out over here a little bit, Avia, but I hope that you like what is going on so far. For any of y'all that are online, please make sure that you leave me a comment. Leave me your name. Let me know where you're from, so that way I could shout you out and show you some love. Cecil, I see you in the house. Shout out to you as always, coming from the Philippines. Y'all, tonight we are talking about 5 signs you are going to succeed in 2022. I always tell you guys, it's not enough to just go off of generic information. You need to make sure that you make a plan specific to this year. There are specific trends, specific world conditions that are going on right now. And if you are not up on that, there's a good chance that you can get left in the dust by the people that are self-aware. The people that see where the market is going, those are the people that are capitalizing. And if you are not one of them, you will get left behind. Okay, shout out to Ariel. She says she's tuning in from Texas. So happy to have you on as always, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about tonight's broadcast. Please make sure that if you want to see this show continue to grow. Make sure that y'all donate. All you got to do is tap the dollar icon directly below. The third thing that you really need to do to make 2022 successful is you need to have inflation-proof assets. Guys, say it with me. Inflation-proof assets. The average person makes money at a slower pace than the rise of inflation. So you might work at a job where at best you're making a 2.5% salary increase year by year, but yet the cost of living is going up over 3 times. In 2021, inflation rose by 6%. So how are you going to ever keep up with the cost of living if the economy is always outpricing you? How are you going to make sure that you can afford the cost of living if the money that you're making right now is not keeping up with the change of pace? Some of you guys are still at the same income level that you were 5 years ago. Now is the time to step it up. I did a broadcast in 2021 about hyperinflation. It's on the way. Y'all have seen the rising prices of gas, food, education, housing, the list goes on. You got to make sure that you are making enough money to keep up with the rising cost of living. And this is going to be a big challenge for you guys in 2022. This is the reason why I continue to say, if you're not focused on this, there's no way that you can really thrive in 2022. The people that thrive and dominate this year will be those that are focused on inflation and make sure that they have an income to hedge against it. So now I always tell you guys about how I'm invested in real estate. A lot of you guys saw my broadcast last week where I announced I now officially own over $1 million worth of real estate. That is an inflation-proof asset. The reason why I call it inflation-proof is because when the cost of living goes up, I have my money back towards an investment that will go along with it. If the housing market shoots up, so will my wealth into real estate. So you want to be on the side of the people that are capitalizing rather than the victims. This is the reason why I tell you guys, start your own business. The business owners are the ones who are able to control the prices, and they can charge more as they see inflation going up from day to day. Y'all even saw some of that when it came to the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree announced that it was going up on its prices. Everybody is going up on prices with this rise of inflation, guys. So if you do not have your money in an inflation-proof asset, your dollar is getting weaker by the day. If you only have your money in cash, your dollar is getting weaker by the day. If you are not invested in things like the stock market, real estate investments, cryptocurrency, and other things, there's no way that you're ever going to be able to fight against the rising price of inflation. So please make sure that y'all take good notes on this, because this is something that we should be applying over the next 12 months. Shout out to Shemai. I see you in the house. So good to see you on, as always. For those of y'all that are just now joining, please make sure that you smash that like button. Guys, give me some commentary about the background. I know we're talking about the top 5 signs that you're going to succeed in 2022, but sometime throughout the show, just let me know what y'all think. And listen, I want y'all to cam up with me. I'm going to put the link in the comments below. Give me your thoughts. Give me your feedback. What do you guys think is going to be one of the telltale signs that you're going to succeed in 2022? Thus far, I've already said you can succeed in 2022 if you've mapped out your goals for the next 12 months. You have a good chance of succeeding in 2022 if you are following the latest trends. There's a good chance that you can succeed in 2022 if you have your money invested in inflation proof assets. But I want y'all to leave me a comment and let me know what you think is going to help take you to the next level for the year to come. Now, the next big thing that we must discuss. Look at Shemaya. It looks red. It looks good. Okay, thank you, Shemaya. Shout out to Shemaya. Shout out to Shemaya for giving me some commentary on that. Okay. I'm still holding on to the thoughts that you shared with me from the consultation. I want to hear feedback. I promise you that I would ask everybody tonight. So let me know what y'all think, guys. Okay. Please make sure that y'all smash that like button. Make sure that you donate. Even if you are watching this broadcast after the live stream is over, you can still sponsor the channel by clicking the links in the description below. And as always, whoever makes the highest sponsorship for tonight will be the official sponsor of the broadcast. So make sure that you get in now, because it may be a little easy for you to get in that top sponsor spot. Okay. Let's talk about the number 4 sign that you are going to be successful in 2022. The 4th sign that you will succeed in 2022 is that you are laser focused on one venture. Guys, we are living in an era where there are endless opportunities. There are opportunities for you to make money through real estate. There's opportunities for you to make money through crypto. People are getting into the metaverse. People are setting up their own YouTube accounts. There are a billion and one ways to make money. But the problem is, if you try to chase all of them, you probably won't get ahead fast. You don't want to spend all your time trying to chase a million different ventures. The average millionaire has 7 different streams of income, but most people don't understand that that millionaire built up those streams over time. I didn't just start out by making money through real estate and online business. I first started off working in corporate America. I then invested in real estate. I then started my own business and started making money from there. So, you setting up multiple streams of residual income is something that happens over time. If you try to get out here and chase all of these different things at once, there's going to be a good chance that you could fail. And not only that, guys, it's going to be hard to be phenomenal at any one thing. So when you look at guys that are dominating in this YouTube space, they're always on. They're always putting in content. They are laser focused. When you look at people that are talking about the metaverse, they are going all in to that venture. A lot of you guys want to get into 10 different ventures, but that means you can only put in 10% at best. And who do you think are going to be the people that win in those markets? Is it going to be the people that put in 10% effort or 100% effort? So, what I need y'all to do is, I need y'all to study what's going to be your lane in 2022. And I need you to go all in. You saw me focus on this more last year. You saw how I placed a lot more focused into real estate. I did not try to do everything under the sun. You got to figure out what works for you. Guys, always remember, in the digital age, focus is king. While everybody else is getting distracted through their smartphones and social media, this is the time where you need to have tunnel vision. When you look at the most successful people on this planet, you will notice that they all locked in on one thing. The question is, what's yours? Let me start checking these comments. Shout out to my sister Eliana. Eliana is in the house. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate you, my sister. It's going down. Tonight, we're talking about the 5 signs that you are going to succeed in 2022. And I want you guys to ask yourselves, How many of these signs are you accomplishing? How many of you guys right now are following every sign that I talked about? So that means you already have your goals mapped out for the next 12 months. You've already identified some of the latest trends in 2022. You're looking into things like the metaverse, you're looking into crypto, you're looking into all of these different platforms that are blowing up. You are current with the times. How many of you guys have money that's invested into inflation proof assets? If you guys can check the box on these 5 things, you are making sure that you are on the path for greatness in 2022. Now, the less that you have checked, the harder it is to win. So if you're watching this broadcast and you don't have any of these checked, now's the time to get with the program. It's not too late. I'm doing this broadcast right at the beginning of the calendar year because I want you guys to maximize your chance for greatness. Let's make sure that we have at least 2 to 3 of these down within the next 6 months. Okay. And I'm being easy with you guys when I'm saying the next 6 months. If you're really getting after it, you really should be trying to get this done within the next 3 months. Okay. So we talked about the importance of being laser focused on one core venture. We talked about how there's value in not being all over the place. And lastly, number 5, you are on the road to success in 2022 if you're staying on top of your health by having an emergency plan for future shutdowns. Now, guys, I've talked about this a little bit in the past year. It's not enough to just have a good diet. You really need to start having an emergency plan for what's to come. We've seen what's taken place over the past 2 years. We've seen that we could be surprised with emergencies when we least expect it. I want to warn you guys, there will be more problems to come. So as you level up and you focus on investing in inflation proof assets, not only are we going to be looking at certain challenges financially, we're also going to be looking at certain things happening in terms of shortages. Make sure that your emergency plan prepares for those shortages. Make sure that you have money, food, and other essentials saved up. Make sure that you are in a good location. Make sure that you are around responsible people in a safe community. All of these things will matter in the years to come. I'm just saying this right now, guys. From the year 2022 to 2025, we're going to watch certain disasters pick up, and we have enough time to prepare. If you get started now, you may be able to avoid certain setbacks. A lot of people lost their jobs over the past 2 years. A lot of people had their entire lives uprooted. If we knew that it happened before, we know that it can happen again. Let's make sure that we're better prepared this time by making sure that we have our money along with other resources in the right place. Y'all know I'm always staying prayed up. Y'all know I'm always focusing on keeping God's commandments. So I'm always looking for the Most High to look out and be a hedge of protection during these times. But again, we need to make sure that we have goals in place. We need to make sure that we're following the latest trends. That's where the money is going. You're following the money. The third thing, you need to make sure that you have money tied into things so that way when the cost of living goes up, your assets go up along with it. If all you have is a checking account and a savings account, your dollar is going down by the minute. Okay. There's a reason why digital currency is on the rise. You need to make sure that you're staying focused on one core venture. You need to make sure that no matter how much you're getting to the money in 2022, you need to make sure that you are preparing for an emergency. You need to make sure that you're staying on top of your health so that way you limit the chances of getting sick. You don't want to be sitting up like that all day. You want to make sure that you stay on top of your health because at the end of the day, guys, your health is your wealth. All this talk about money and crypto, what will it profit you if you're not around to use it? So those are the top 5 signs that you're going to succeed in 2022. Knowing it is not the hard part. Applying it is. So I got a question for you guys. Among the 5 things that I mentioned today, which ones are you guys going to be more focused on within the next 3 to 6 months? I want to get some comments on that. Leave me a comment right now. Let me know what are going to be some of the top things that you guys are going to focus on in the next 3 months to make sure that you are on the road to success. Now, Kim McGrory says, the path to more success this year for me is consistency, decluttering, pressing pause on people who waste my time with future faking. Talk big, but producing little. Man, shout out to you. You really touched on something right there because one thing that we know helps us succeed every year is by constantly improving our circle. If you're stepping into the new I got to be careful with my words here. If you're stepping into the next 12 months, okay, without being cautious of the circle that you have around you, chances are the next 12 months is going to look a lot like the last. You need to make sure that you are constantly leveling up, constantly improving, constantly pressing forward. If not, you're going to get left behind. Okay. One way that you press forward is by being more consistent. Some of you guys have goals, but are you being consistent in your actions that helps you achieve the goal in the first place? Some of you guys have goals on getting out of debt. You need to make sure that you're paying off your debts consistently. Some of you guys have goals of improving your credit. If you're not focusing on consistently going and disputing with the bureaus, then there's no way you're going to get those bad marks off your credit score. You got to make sure that whatever it is that you set out to do this year, you do it extremely consistently. You do it with as much discipline and as much focus as possible. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen by magic. Faith without works is dead. You got to get off your behind and you got to go out and you got to make it happen. And that's the reason why y'all see on this broadcast, it's not staying in the same place. I literally have moved in a different location. And as soon as I got here, y'all see I'm focusing on improving the backdrop, bringing in more effects. I keep telling y'all we got to continue to do better day by day. Okay. Kim McGrory says she's going to be focused on consistency, decluttering, pressing pause on people who waste her time with future faking, talking big, but producing little. One of the things that I really like that Kim talked about here is decluttering. You know, a lot of times you can't get focused if you have all these different distractions in front of you. So if you got a desk that's filled with junk, how will you ever be able to focus on the important paperwork? How will you ever be able to know what you're supposed to be looking at if everything around you is nothing but trash? This is where you got to clear everything off your plate. You got to get laser focused on one thing and you got to block everything else out. And this is one of the hardest things for people to do because nobody wants to go through moments of controlled chaos. Controlled chaos means as you focus on that one most important thing, other things are going to fall apart. So you're not going to have the same time to hang around family and friends. They're going to be mad at you. You might end up, not being able to follow up on all of the latest gossip, keep up on everything that's happening on social media, you might feel like some areas of your life are falling apart. You've got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. If you try to check the box on every little area of life, you are not being world class at any one. Most people are a jack of all trades, but a master in nothing. So you got to identify what one thing are you going to go all in on, and everything else you leave at the door. Okay. Eliana says she's going to be focusing on her emergency funds, growing her business to get more money, and traveling to see where to move. Hey, don't forget about us in Austin. Don't forget about us in Texas. I would love to be able to see you out here, sis. Absolutely, emergency funds are going to be extremely important. Now, guys, I always talk about the significance of you having emergency funds. If you're not getting out of debt, you need to have some kind of savings. Okay, so let's talk about it like this, guys. If you are in debt, you need to be trying to pay off those debts as quickly as you can. I'm talking about credit cards, student loans, the things that are stopping you from being able to take your money and invest it. We need to be able to free up as much money as possible so that way you can create generational wealth. When you tune into this broadcast, you're tuning in because you want to know how to leave a legacy for you and your family. So, in order to build that legacy, you got to get rid of everything else that gets in the way, whether that's toxic people, whether that's bad debt. You got to clear off of all of this off of your schedule so that way you can get to the next level. So make sure that after you've gotten out of your debt, make sure that you focus on building up those 3 to 6 months worth of emergency savings. Guys, this is bare minimum. There were a lot of people that were impacted over the past 2 years that might have been out of a job for almost 12 months. So when we start talking about 3 to 6 worth of emergency fund, guys, that's bare minimum nowadays. At a minimum, you should have $1,000 in your emergency savings account at all times, just to cover minor setbacks. But if you don't have any money in your emergency savings, then how are you going to take care of yourself when something comes up? What happens when you're driving and you catch a flat tire? What happens if the next lockdown comes and you don't have just basic money to be able to buy up on expenses if you're not able to go to the grocery store for the next couple weeks? You need to start thinking into the future. That may mean you need to start cutting costs today, not spending beyond your means. But as long as you position yourself for the future, it's all good. Guys, generational wealth is a long game. Nobody gets there overnight. So the way to go about that is building a plan, having your next 12 months mapped out. And that's why I always talk about the importance of your breakthrough year. There's a lot of you guys that get on these shows night after night, but you don't understand how to properly set up your life when it comes to your time, your money, and your energy. If you do not have a good pulse on how to be able to manage those 3 areas, there's no way that you're ever going to get ahead, because at the end of the day, these are among some of the top resources that you need in order to further your life. You need to know how to master your time management, because the people that are good with time are often good with money. You need to know how to master your money, because that's what helps to sustain your cost of living. If you want to be able to live in a better neighborhood, you got to have money to do it. If you want to have food on the table and pay the bills, you need to be able to have money to sustain yourself. Last but not least, if you're trying to level up and start your own business, you have to maximize your energy. There's no way that you're going to be a CEO with having a basic entry level work ethic. You got to go hard. You got to be the first one up and the last one going to bed many times. You got to get yourself ready for sleepless nights. You got to be ready to go the distance, man. I'm just being straight up with you guys. I was talking about this on a consultation a little bit earlier. A lot of times we want the money, we want the comforts, we want the freedom, but you got to be able to grind in order to get to the comforts of living. The people that have an easy life worked very hard to get there. So maybe this is going to be the year that you decide to make the sacrifices to have a better tomorrow. Kim McGrory said 6 months worth of expenses is ideal. I don't let my account drop below that amount. Shout out to you. That's some real discipline. That is some real discipline, especially since the average American does not have 1 month's worth of emergency savings saved up. Y'all got to start getting on this, man. This is the new wave. I'm telling you. And by the way, I'm going to be on an exclusive broadcast on Tuesday evening with the Louisiana Housing Authority. I'm going to be on a roundtable panel with other real estate investors. Now, y'all make sure to check me out. I'm going to put more details on the channel, and I'm going to be sending y'all some emails about it soon. If you're not on my email list, then make sure that you get on. Okay, this Tuesday, I'm going to be on another platform as a guest. So there's not going to be a show on this channel, but I will be on here tomorrow. So please make sure that y'all smash that like button. Make sure that y'all give me those thumbs up. Also, please make sure, guys, that y'all donate. If you want to see this channel on air and you want to see it continue to grow, all you got to do is tap that dollar icon directly below. Your sponsorships will go a very long way. Okay. If so far, I've got a $5 sponsorship from Sis Eliana. Will there be any more donations for the night? If y'all left me a Cash App or a PayPal, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be sure to shout you out and show you some love. Shout out to everybody that's on for the night. Leave me a comment. Let me know that you're here. Once again, we talked about the 5 signs that you are going to succeed in 2022. Number 1, do you have goals set in place for the next 12 months? This is something that you need to already have. If you don't have it right now, make sure that you do this before the end of the week. Do not make this another year where you just go by the motions. You're just going through the motions. No plan, no financial goals, no professional goals, no health goals. You got to get focused, okay? You cannot hit a target unless you're aiming at it. There's no way that you're going to hit the bullseye of life and you're just blindly just shooting all over the place. You got to have goals, guys, okay? Because studies show that the people that take the time to have written goals are far more likely to be successful than people without them. The world's most successful people have goals. Secondly, you need to make sure that you're getting invested into the latest trends, okay? Whether that's in crypto, whether that's in Meta, no matter what it is that's on the rise. I've been talking as well about tech stocks and renewable energy. You need to start studying the top trends of 2022, and you need to start picking at least one to go all in on. Okay. You need to make sure, as number 3, you got money in inflation proof assets, business, real estate, stocks, etc. If you don't have anything in any of these different investment opportunities, then when the cost of living goes up, your dollar is not going to go as far as it used to. Anytime that there's inflation happening in the market, guys, you need to be making your money work for you. If you only have one stream of income, focus on making this year about getting your second stream of income and leveling up from there. Make sure that you get laser focus. Also, make sure that you focus on your health. Okay. Y'all see what's happening in the news. Y'all see they talking about all these different things popping up. Okay. Make sure that you focus on moving to a better location if you're not already in a safe environment. Because when things pop off, you don't want to be out there with the crazies. You don't want to be out there with everybody else that have made no preparation. Because guess what, guys? If everybody in your neighborhood is only thinking about today, when tomorrow comes and they don't have nothing, guess whose door they're going to be banging down? They're going to be banging down your door trying to get certain resources. You might be making plans to make sure that you got water, food, different essentials in case a grocery store was not open for a week or so on end. If the electricity goes out, if a lot of different things happen, if you're living in an environment where the people are going to easily commit crimes, you need to start positioning yourself and your family in a better place. This is one of the primary reasons why I moved farther out of Austin last week, because I wanted to be in a more remote location just to be able to stay safe. Okay, there's nothing wrong with being in a city. All I'm saying is that when things pop off, you need to make sure that you and your families are protected, because if you make no preparations, as soon as we see all these food shortages, grocery shortages, gas shortages, if you guys make no preparation, you're going to be in trouble. So just know you heard it here first. Shemaya says she has goals of congregating, marriage. I'm looking forward to that, Shemaya. Also completing a femininity course. Shemaya also wants to pay off $5,000 in student loan debt, and she wants to make an extra 30,000 plus per year. She wants to triple her investment accounts, and she still needs to jot down weekly goals. Okay, I'm so happy that you said that, Shemaya, because this goes back to this 1-year plan. When we talk about your 1-year plan, you guys need to break down your 1-year plan into smaller steps. I'm telling all of you guys, have your goals mapped out for the next 12 months. If you don't know how to set goals across multiple areas, you need to make sure that you're in your breakthrough year. This is my 12-month coaching program. I'm going to be walking you guys through this in great detail. But when we talk about you having goals, for every 1-year goal, you need to have a quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily goal that's tied to your yearly goal. So, for example, if Shemaya has a goal of making an additional $30,000 by December 31st, 2022, she needs to ask herself, how do I get to 15,000 more by 6 months down the line? Does that make sense? If you say that you want to make 30,000 more by the end of the year, you need to be pressing on 15 midway through. Okay, well, how do I make sure that I get 15 6 months down the line? Well, what am I doing to increase my revenue by an extra 1,000 this month? You need to make sure that you break these goals down, guys, because a lot of times when we do goal planning, a lot of people wait until the very last minute to start working on the goal. So if you set a goal for December the 31st, some of y'all don't get started with the goal until December the 30th. You shouldn't do that. If you have a goal in place, and see, this is the reason why we was talking about quarterly goals. Don't put all of your goals off to the fourth quarter. You need to have goals in Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. And all of those quarterly goals should direct you to where you're ultimately trying to get by the end of the year. Some of you guys talked about how you want to invest in real estate. Okay, so maybe your Q1 goal may be save $10,000 for a down payment. You got the next 3 months to do it. For some of you, your Q2 goal may be getting your credit score to a 700 or higher. Maybe you're in the low 600s right now, and you need time to be able to fix your credit. So don't wait until you want to buy the house. Start setting each quarter to help you get there step by step. This is how the high performers do it. And if you don't follow the formula, there's no way that you're going to accomplish your biggest goals. Guys, this is the reason why they got a book called The 12-Week Year. The reason why they got a book called A 12-Week Year is because we need to start looking at each quarter as a year within itself. A lot of times we procrastinate and put our goals off and then wonder why no year looks better than the next. Is because we're not taking enough action right now to have a better tomorrow. Okay. So those are the lessons for tonight, guys. Please make sure that you get it down. Once again, have goals for the next 12 months. Plan for tomorrow today. Make sure that you're invested into the latest trends that are coming. There are trillion-dollar industries that are on the rise. If you're not following the money, there's no way the money's going to come to you. Number 3, have your money invested in inflation-proof assets. When everything gets more expensive, you're going to wish you had some of your money in some of this stuff. Number 4, make sure that you're laser focused on one core venture. Don't be all over the place. Don't be, okay, this week I'm invested in stocks. Next week, I'm invested in real estate. The week after that, I'm, doing crypto. The week after that, I'm doing Meta. The week after that, I'm doing YouTube. Get focused. Like, guys, if you're starting from ground zero, it's going to take you a solid year for you to dominate whatever arena you're trying to get into. Imagine you have a yearly goal of wanting to improve your health. If you're trying to lose 20 pounds, that's not going to happen by you pursuing 20 different things. You're going to have enough time to get locked in on that one goal of losing weight. And then you have to give time its space to run its course. You might go in the gym today, but just because you go in the gym today doesn't mean that you're going to have your ideal figure by the end of the workout. You got to continue to work out over and over and over again. And the real truth, guys, you all want to know the real truth? I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear this part, but I'm going to give y'all the real truth. Most people don't make considerable progress in any area without 18 months of consistent work. When you look at people who may be in bad shape, you won't see them look in tip-top shape until about 18 months down the line. It's not an overnight process. When you look at people, for example, bodybuilders, nobody becomes a bodybuilder through 1 year of working out. That takes years upon years upon years of work. Same thing when we talk about starting up businesses. Some of you guys want to get, 6 and 7-figure businesses. The average business takes a loss the first 5 years in. So one of the reasons why you need to get started now is because you need to start as early as possible to get to where you want to get 12 months down the line, 18 months down the line, 5 years down the line. And regardless of how you feel about that, guess what? You're still going to get there one way or another. So if you got a goal of going to college, guess what? Whether you go to college or not, 1 year's still going to pass by. The question is, are you going to be successful by that time or not? You might as well get started today because time waits on no man, okay? Do not let time pass you by. Shout out to Now, who may be our official sponsor for tonight's broadcast, my sister Ariel. Shout out to my sister Ariel for the $10 super chat. Really appreciate your sponsorship, my sister, as always. For those of y'all that are on, we're talking about the 5 signs you're going to be successful. We talked about this, guys, the 5 signs. Make sure that you have your goals set. Make sure that you're following the latest trends. Make sure that you're invested in inflation-proof assets. Make sure you're laser focused on one core venture. And make sure that you're staying on top of your health and that you have an emergency plan. I'm out of here, y'all. Listen, leave me a comment below. LA for life, Ariel, Kim, I need y'all's feedback. Eliana, what do y'all think about the new background? Do y'all like the color? Should I change colors? Should I go with this red? Should I go with black? Should I go with blue? I'm looking for my day ones to give me some feedback on it, y'all. Y'all can see we're making some adjustments on the channel. So please leave me a comment. Let me know y'all's thoughts. Also, for those of y'all that want to know how to be able to get my coaching for the next 12 months, make sure that you click this link in the comments below. Tap here to join your breakthrough year. I'm giving you guys a free 14-day trial. Eliana said dope. Shamaya said black. What say you that's online? Okay, for all of y'all that are online, let me know what y'all want me to do. Leave me a comment. Let me know what is what. Make sure that y'all join your breakthrough year. I'm telling y'all, now is the best time. Okay, while 2022 is still early, this is the best time to join this program that's designed to show you how to have the most productive year of your life. I've had multiple clients that have gone through this program, have paid off tens of thousands of dollars in debt. I've had clients get 5-figure raises. Now is the time, guys. Let's make sure that you get focused. Yeah, Eliana, I can set the color to whatever I want. Whatever, if I want the color to be green, I can set it to green. If I want it to be gold, I can set it to gold. You just say the color and I can set it up. Okay. So Kim said, all right, well, shout out to Kim. I don't know, Shemai. I don't know. We got a split audience. Kim says the background is hot. Red is absolutely my favorite color. Let's go. It's always now. Eliana said, I agree. So y'all, I appreciate you as always, man. Listen, I ain't keeping y'all on here all night. I just wanted to give y'all these 5 signs that you're going to succeed in 2022. Again, ask yourself, how many of these are you accomplishing? If the answer is none, don't worry. That's the reason why I'm doing this broadcast right now, is for you to start checking these off your list. For those of you guys that are on 1 or 2, let's get it to 2 to 3. For those of y'all that are 2 to 3, let's get it to 4 to 5. Okay. Now is the time to level up. And the closer that you guys are to 100% on this list, the more you are increasing the probability that you will be successful in 2022. See, that's the thing, guys. Nobody can guarantee your success. However, you can increase the probability that you will be successful as long as you're making the right moves. If you're slacking off 99% of the time, then there's a 99% chance that you're not going to be successful. But if you're spending 99% of your time focusing on leveling up, then you got a pretty good chance of leveling up over the next 12 months. All right, y'all. Eliana said gold would be cool. Do you have a beach one too? I might need a little bit of green screen action for that. Okay, I might need some green screen action. I'm liking y'all's comments. I'm liking the energy. The team is definitely listening. So make sure that y'all leave me a comment and let me know what y'all think for the background. Let me take a quick second and give a shout out to my sponsors, y'all. All right. I want to shout out Sis Eliana for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Also, I want to give a shout out to the official sponsor of tonight's broadcast, my sister Ariel from Monroe, Louisiana. Shout out to Monroe, Louisiana, in the house. Thank you so much. As always, y'all. Listen, man, I do these shows 6 days a week, Sunday through Friday, 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please make sure that y'all are on, okay? I will be back on here, Lord willing, tomorrow evening. Make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that way you can receive an alert whenever I do another show. Please make sure that you be your brother's keeper and share these broadcasts, y'all. Stop keeping these shows a secret. If you love your friends, if you love your family, put them on with this information, okay? So thank you all so much for all of the support. Thank you in advance for all of your sponsorships. Even if y'all are watching this after the live broadcast is over, you can still donate. All you got to do is click the links in the description below. With that being said, y'all, I'm out. Make sure that y'all have a blessed week to come. Shout out to my brother Boot Soldier 337 in the house. I'm getting out of here, my brother. I'm getting ready to lay it down, man. Get ready for the week to come. I wish y'all many blessings and much productivity. All right. Until next time, y'all.